you expect something from me, I gotta expect something from you.
No. Whoever invites you out is the one who should be expected to pay. Now, a lot of times first dates, when dudes are doing all of that, they expecting something in return.
Alright, so I got something. Okay. So I was searching the web and I found a question that was directed to the ladies. And I know that you don't like to do this, but I'm gonna need you to speak for all the women, at least the majority, or just the one that you know, the one that you're familiar with, and come and speak from your own, I guess, your own accounts also. Okay? And I know we've been married for a long time. And our first time seeing each other, first time being with each other, is different than the question that I'm about. All right, so the question that I saw was, on the first date with a guy, would you prefer him come pick you up or y'all meet up? Y'all met each other 3 weeks. Y'all been talking for 3 weeks over the phone, communicating on the internet and all that. And then y'all first date. Meet up somewhere.
Yep.
Don't come and pick you up from your house.
Yep.
Don't come over there and don't disturb your peace.
Correct.
You come in your car and I come in mine, or however, whatever's transportation.
Yeah. In person is way different than over the phone. So if over the phone they say all the good things and make you like, they agree with everything you're saying, they want you to like them, so they're saying all the right things to get that date or to get over to your place, or to take it to the next level. So when you actually meet up with them, it may be a whole different story to where they want to run. So if they want to leave, they could just leave. They don't have to wait on a guy to take them home. That's with the same instance when the guy's like, oh, I ain't paying for the food, I'm only paying for half because you ain't putting out for this first date. So if they ain't putting out for the first date and that situation happens, they can just leave instead of arguing with the guy. Okay, well, I give you gas money, or just take me home. You gotta deal with that. You just get up and go.
But we got Ubers, so if that was to happen, just call an Uber and go home.
True. That's an option. That's an option. But it's just easier when you could just get in your vehicle.
What if he sent an Uber over to you?
I don't know. Me personally, I would feel comfortable just meeting them.
You speaking for what you think the majority of the women would do.
The majority of the women...
We're talking about like mature women, you know what I'm saying?
Mature women would meet up.
Would meet up?
Mm-hmm.
So mature women wouldn't want to get a car sent over to them, got some flowers in the back seat, something romantic, something nice like that, some chocolate, some champagne on ice.
I mean, first date, and he doing all that.
Casanova.
I guess if he wants to do all that, it's up to them to want to accept it. But a lot of times, first dates, when dudes are doing all of that, they expecting something in return, and that could be kind of scary.
You speaking for the ladies. You ain't supposed to be speaking for the dudes.
I'm speaking for the ladies. That could be kind of scary.
Okay, what kind of world we live? It's 2022. A man can't be, you know what I'm saying, suave and a gentleman.
He can maybe on the second date or the third date, but the first date, we just talking. The first date of us actually meeting up and having physical face-to-face conversations, you doing all of that.
This ain't the first day y'all saw each other. It's the second time y'all saw each other, because the first time y'all saw each other, y'all had to switch numbers. Mm-hmm. It's just some time went by before the next time that y'all seen each other.
But it's the first official date.
Yes, but...
the first contact, the first sitting with each other, him watching you eat, him, looking you face-to-face, actually seeing your expressions and things like that. And you want to... Well, I mean, I don't know.
Okay. Speaking from a man's standpoint, a gentleman standpoint, I think sending the car is okay if you don't want me to pick you up. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want me to come over and pick you up, I can understand that. You probably don't want me to see where you stay at. You don't know what type of person I am. You don't want me to, the date might go wrong and whatever. I can arrange to have you picked up somewhere. You just send me an address wherever you want to be picked up at, and then I have a car waiting for you. Like I said, have a note in the car telling you where you going at, where you coming to. I mean, and some romantic, grown up type shit.
Oh, I think
You wouldn't want that. You wouldn't not want it, but you wouldn't think that that's.
it all depends on the guy, I guess. It all depends on the guy. If the guy's already the type and you sense that through phone conversation, maybe you could take that risk because he got it like that. He can do that. But if it's a guy, you like, a random dude that's not, you don't see him doing that, and then all of a sudden he go all out and do all of that, it feels like a setup to where at the end of the night he gonna be like, well, I just like that one I don't know if it was TikTok or whatever, where he paid for he let her get whatever she wanted. Her steak was like $500 something like that, and he was like, well, shit. So what's gonna happen after that? She was like, nothing. You told me I can get what I want. He was like, well, you ain't gonna come home with me? No. But he wined and dined her, and she thought everything was straight. Wined and dined her until to the point where she felt like she had to pay half of her food because she wasn't put out, and she thought it was okay for him to wine and dine because he had money like that, and
Right.
he seemed like that type of person. So for someone to send you a car, send you flowers, and all of that, I feel like a lot of women will take it, but some women probably feel more secure by just driving themselves and meeting up.
All right, let's touch on that. Let's touch on that then. The man want to romance you. You know what I'm saying? He wanna impress you with romantic things. You know what I'm saying? He want to make sure that you understand that the type of relationship that you're about to get into is going to be a relationship where I can take care of you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the night, you don't know what this guy's going to say. But up until that point, in order for you to avoid him feeling like you owe him something, that means you're going to have to tell him no the whole time. I want to send a car to you. Nah, I'll come over on my own. Okay, well, I want to pay for the meal. Nah, I pay for mine, you pay for yours. That's gonna limit.
No. Cause the rule of thumb, a lot of people don't follow it. But whoever invites you to eat, whoever invites you out is the one who should be expected to pay. Now, if you decide you want to pay, then okay. If you decide you want to split that bill, okay. But he was like, I want to take you out on a date. Okay, where you want to go? Out to eat. Okay, we go out to eat. It's expected that he pays. But to get there, she could take herself.
Understandable. But you were saying that, okay, all right. You said that the rule of thumb, and you also said that most people don't follow it. So nobody gonna follow that. You sit down at the table and then you expect the other person across the table to pay for you. That's not right, because if you expect that person to pay, that person got the right to expect something from you. You know, it's only fair. If you expect something from me, I gotta expect something from you.
It's not an expectation. It's just like, okay, if you invite me to go out to eat, I'm assuming, or you're gonna pay for it. But if I'm like, okay, well, we can go out to eat, and I just pay for my own, and you pay for your own, okay, then you have to come with agreements or something. You have to communicate who's gonna pay for what.
That's what I'm saying.
If that person invites you.
He communicated that he wanted to do everything for you. And that scenario that you said about that one dude or whatever, he probably didn't communicate it, but he just kind of told you like straight up, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. You know what I'm saying? No, don't worry about the check. I got the check.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the night, you're like, you gonna come home with me? You told me no. Like, you assumed that he was gonna take care of the bill, and he assumed that he was gonna get something from you.
But that was not what he asked for. He didn't say, hey, we're gonna go out to eat. Would you like to can I take you out? And then at the end of the night, we have a nightcap. He didn't communicate none of that. He just said, I want to take you out on a date.
Because everybody is assuming everything.
See, no, I want to take you out on a date. So he said, I want to take you out on a date. So he agreeing to pay for it, or he wants to take you. You can't invite someone somewhere and expect for them to be able to afford it. You invite someone somewhere to be like, I cover it. I just want your company. So if she didn't agree to pay, or if they didn't discuss paying, it's already up in the air that he's paying. But they didn't agree to no nightcap.
Okay.
And he can't get mad at that.
All right, he can't get mad at nightcap. We're getting off the topic right now. Because, yeah, you're right. He shouldn't be wanting a nightcap. I agree with that. But what I'm trying to say is, if you expect somebody to do something for you, you shouldn't be surprised if that person expects something from you. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm talking about is, you know what I'm saying? I'm being romantic. I'm being a gentleman. I'm getting in the car for you, or I'm want to come pick you up. I want to take you out. I want to take you out. I'm going to pay for everything. But you saying that you wouldn't allow that to happen. You'll come in your own vehicle, or you'll probably get your own Uber. You'll probably pay for your own food.
I never said I pay for my own food.
I didn't say you said. I said you probably would.
I never said.
So you wouldn't pay for your own food.
I would not be expecting to pay if someone else.
No, I ain't saying would you expect to pay, but would you pay or would you not pay? Because I said you probably would. I didn't say you would or you would not.
If it goes left, if he's like, oh, I paid for all this food and you ain't gonna give me none, yes, I'm gonna pay for my own food.
But we ain't talking about going left.
Right,
we talking about before it get to the point where you even thinking that it's gonna go left.
Exactly, and I would not pay for my own food.
Okay, so you would not pay for your own food. That's fine.
I would let him take me out to eat. I would eat.
That's fine. He don't got no problem with paying for your food. That's not the issue. The issue is you preventing him from doing things. You're gonna come on your own. You know what I'm saying? He trying to be romantic, trying to show you his good side, trying to show you he can take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you don't want that. You're not gonna allow that to happen. But safety. When you get there, and he's gonna pay for the food. You know what I'm saying? And
that has nothing to do with my safety. Driving myself and us meeting up has something to do with my safety. Us sitting down and eating after you offered to take me out on a date has nothing to do with my safety.
I can understand me coming to pick you. But us leaving,
if everything go left, I'm not gonna sit here and try to figure out how I'm gonna get an Uber, try to figure out where I'm at, try to figure out how I'm gonna get home. I'm not gonna do all that. I'm gonna get right into my car that I drove there in and leave. I ain't gotta figure nothing out. I ain't gotta be like, well, you sent me an Uber. Are you expecting to send me one back home? Are you gonna pay for me to go back home when I got gas in my car when I could have just drove there and drove back? Some people don't want to deal with all that. Because you don't know. You could be talking to someone for months, and then as soon as you go out on a date with them, they do some creep stuff. So you don't know.
You're right, you don't know. The question was, would you meet up or would you arrive there? Well, I mean, would you meet up or would you come get picked up? You would rather meet up. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next step. Y'all met up. Y'all at the restaurant. He's offering to pay for everything.
Mm-hmm.
He paid for everything.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to a little bit longer. Not necessarily have a nightcap, but he want to walk on a pier. He want to walk along the beach. You know what I'm saying? He probably want to, you know what I'm saying, just chill by a fountain. I don't know what's going on, or just walk around the city. Park, the mall, the plaza, wherever y'all was at eating dinner or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Would you allow that to happen?
Yeah, if the vibe is right, we can keep chilling.
So if the vibe is right, everything is going good. And then he asked, what can we do after this? After the party is the after party.
Okay, and it all depends on the female. If they feel like they want to do that, they do that. If they don't, they don't have to.
Well, if you ask me that same question, I would rather come pick you up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I guess I'm old school in that fashion. I'd rather come pick you up, but if I can't, I will offer ride service. You know what I'm saying? Just to let you know that this is what to expect being in a relationship with me. I'm gonna take care of you as much as I could. You know what I'm saying? But if you refuse that and you wanna come meet up, I have no problem with that either. But that's just telling me that you're a little bit more reserved with me. You know what I'm saying?
That means that she don't trust you fully yet.
Yeah.
Because y'all only been talking on the phone for 3 weeks. And you only seen their face once in person.
Right.
But you talking about general, not just you. Because I'm talking about general.
I mean, like most adult men would want to come pick up their female, come pick up the girl that they saying that they're going on a date with. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna wanna, you know, they don't want to come separate. They don't want you to come separate because it's like you're not getting the full me by you just showing up. You know what I'm saying? It almost messes up the vibe because, you know what I'm saying, you can come late or you don't come at all, or on the way there something might happen, but a flat tire or whatever, and they just want to show you that they can handle you.
But you know, most men don't do that. Pick you up and take you on dates. Most men, they probably only have a car, or they'll have to get Ubers to take you to and from.
We talking about when we talking
General.
about most men, in this equation, we talking about mature adults who have the capability of, you know, really life, like living life, have their own apartment, have their own places, have their own vehicles. You know what I'm saying? And they adults and they doing adult things and they grown up. You know what I'm saying? We're not just talking about all men and saying most men are bombs.
But most men in general should understand that people crazy.
But at the same time, people are crazy, but women are people and women are crazy too. But
Exactly.
we're willing to drive to your hood. We don't know where you live at, and you can live in the roughest neighborhood or the nicest neighborhood and still have your shit together. And we're willing to drive over there, to pick you up, to show you that we will go through whatever we have to go through to take care of you.
On the first date.
On the very first date.
But I really don't think men doing that on the first date. Men are not.
I mean,
I don't feel like men are going all out to prove that they can be that man on the first date because they're still trying to figure out who you are. It's the first time seeing your face.
But you also said in this conversation, and you also gave an example of a man actually going out and spending a boatload of money.
Right.
But you feel like that man is also, or men also going to have high expectations of going home and getting, you know what I'm saying, getting some, or having a nightcap after the date anyway.
After they spend money.
So what I'm saying, what you saying that most men, you feel like most men don't do it, but you also feel like the man that do it is gonna want something from it. So you basically putting most men in a negative box. Most men not gonna come pick you up. Most men not gonna romance you. And if the man do seem like he's gonna romance you, he's gonna want something from you at the end of the night.
No, that was an example of things that can happen from allowing a man to do everything when all y'all trying to do is get to know each other on the first date. If he invites you to have dinner, you can meet up to have the dinner. Y'all eat the dinner. He pays for the dinner because he invited you. Now, if he complains about paying for the dinner, then y'all could split the dinner because who was paying for what wasn't discussed, but it is rule of thumb. If somebody invites you, they pay for it. Now, after that, if who's paying for what and splitting the bill was an issue, all of a sudden you already know the female is turned off. So now she's going to want to get away from this dude and leave. Now she don't gotta ask, are you gonna send me a car because you sent me a car to pick me up? Are you gonna send me a car? No, fuck you, bitch. You ain't and she ain't gotta deal with all that. All she gotta do is either get in her car and leave. or stay and deal with it. Depends. Now the ball's in her court. She can do what she wants. Things that can happen, which is why a female, I feel like first date, if we only been talking on the phone, I seen you one time. We've been talking on the phone 3 weeks, just talking, and now we're physically meeting up for the first time, and you invited me. I want to meet you there. Because us talking on the phone and talking to somebody in person is two different things. The vibes may be different. So y'all might end up just being friends. Y'all may end up wanting to leave and sleep with each other. Y'all might end up be like, all right, cool date, let's go. We can go, whatever. But y'all can do the same thing, meeting up, as y'all could do picking up. And what if this dude end up being, you didn't know, but all he was doing was buttering you up to be a stalker? That's another worst case scenario. There's a lot of things that can happen. Now he knows where you live, or he know around where you live. It's levels, and I feel like as an adult, mature adults that have their shit together, have a car. If you're talking to someone for 3 weeks and he invites you on a date, meet up with him. Don't just let him come and blow up your spot. Let him come over and pick you up, and now he has control over where you're going, when you're getting there, how you're getting back, and now you feel pressured to whatever advances he gives to you while you're there, because now you have to figure out how you're gonna get home if you don't give into these advances, because you don't have no extra cash for no date because he invited you. But you got gas in your car. You trusted him. It's been 3 weeks. He wanted to razzle and dazzle and wine and dine you, and you trusted him. Now he pushed on advances. Now you feel uncomfortable, and you want to cut this day short, but you don't want to say nothing off the wall because he's been giving you advances. It's a lot of things that women go through going on a first date. So I feel like it's just easier for a woman just to drive themselves there. After that first date, if they trust them, then okay, the next time you can pick me up.
But all those things that you just said that can happen on the first date can also happen on the 71st date. You know what I'm saying? All those things can all those things can always almost happen or happen at any given time.
But by the 74th date, you know them a lot. You know them a lot more. The more they get to know them, the more they can make that decision as to if I want him to pick me up and do all of this.
But it's vice versa. The man don't know you either. The stalking could happen, the slashing of the tires, and all the other bad scenarios can happen. But he's willing to risk all of that to show you his romantic side. But you're looking at it like, oh, this is not him being romantic. This is him setting me up.
I'm not looking at it like that. It's not a setup thing. It's not he could be doing it. It's just like for safety measures. Let me take it slow. Let me go ahead and just meet him. We're going to take this slow because I barely know this guy. He's nice. I'm going to go ahead and meet up with him.
But how is getting a ride from somebody or riding with somebody is taking it fast?
What you mean, just jumping in the car with somebody you only been talking to for 3 weeks?
Yeah, it's like you in communication with this person. And I'm guessing in those 3 weeks, y'all know what city each other from, y'all know each other's background, y'all know a lot about each other to the point where y'all feel comfortable with being in a space with each other.
I know what he told me.
Exactly, that's all you can go off of.
Right, so let me take it slow and not get in this car that he been telling me for 3 weeks is his, and then we go on this date, and the actual owner of this car, his girlfriend come and slash all the tires, and now we stuck.
Women are afraid. Men they're doing women dirty, so they have to be extra cautious. So okay, I'm trying to take care of you. The frustration and the miscommunication come in where I'm trying to take care of you. I'm trying to show you that I could take care of you on the very first time, because I did. If I don't impress you now, I might not get a second chance. So if a person is willing to come pick you up, that's him saying that I really want this to happen. Because if I can come pick you up, I can take you to where we agreed to go at. I can make sure that we get there together. But if you say that you don't want me to come pick you up, you're gonna come meet me, there's still a chance that you might not arrive.
If you don't know if she gonna show up, then good thing you didn't do all of that for that person. You do all that for that person, and now y'all have this good date, and then she's in the area or something. She was like, yeah, we can go and get lunch. I'll come meet you over there because I'm already in town. And then you go there and she don't show up. Now you got bad blood. You got a bad taste in your mouth about her because she ain't show up to a second date because y'all agreed because she worked right up the street or something like that. You have a feeling that she's not going to show up, so you send her a car. Is that somebody that you really want to be with?
No, it's not a feeling that you're not going to show up. It's just I'm trying to be as romantic as I could, trying to show you that I'm interested in you 100% in order for me to make sure that you're interested in me, or in order for me to make sure that the vibe that I'm getting on the phone is real, in order for me to give us a chance, I would make sure that I be the responsible one to come pick you up or be responsible to send you a ride share so you can come to where we plan to be at. It's just, we don't know how we're gonna go. We don't even know if we're gonna have a second date, but I'm gonna try to pull all the stops out so we can have that second date and that third date. Now at the end of the night, if the end of the night happens, you know, at the end of the night, paid for everything, I gave you a ride, so I picked you up at the end of the night and everything go right, and the plan is to drive you back home. We adults, we have things to lose. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm out here just spending money on you and I expect to fuck you at the end of the night. It's more of I'm trying to impress you to show you that I'm interested in you.
Right.
I'm gonna come pick you up responsibly. I'm gonna take care of you while we out, and I'm gonna bring you back home responsibly. That's the expectation in my mind.
Right.
But in your mind, it's I could die tonight.
No, in my mind, it's like I'm gonna be safe. I'm gonna give him a chance. We're gonna go out and try to get to know each other a little bit more, but I'm gonna be safe.
We're talking about responsible adults
Right.
who have to wake up the next morning and go to work.
But
you know
a
what
lot
I'm
of
saying?
people seem like responsible adults. They just want to wake up and go to work the next day.
But
they into some weird stuff. They want to do some weird stuff. They want to take advantage of you. It's men out there like that. So she don't know for sure that you're not a man like that. She just knows that you say all the good things and now you're trying to wine and dine her.
Okay.
So it's like, let me be safe. I really like him. I want to be safe. And I'm going to try to take this slow. And at the end of the night, it's either going to be one or two things. Damn, I wasted 3 weeks of my time and he not even what I expected. Damn, he was just trying to fuck. Or it's gonna be like, okay, I really like him. I still like him. That was a good day. You know, it was nice. I'm gonna go ahead and try to take this further. But you don't want a man to come pick you up and then find out that he's a dick.
It's tricky because women have to be on guard. You're right. You have to be as safe as possible in those steps that you're taking. You could be jeopardizing a good thing with someone.
By saying, I want to meet up with you instead of having you pick me up.
With all those reservations, because this man is, he has one opportunity to impress you. You know what I'm saying? And if this man can't impress you from, I guess, the jump, now he have to alter his schedule, alter his idea, his plan, or what he want to do with you and all that for that night.
No, he can. You can go on the date, and then when we officially are a couple, when we are an official couple, then he can pull out the stops and be like, all right, now we're a couple. But if we just talking,
he might not make it to be a couple. That first date is crucial.
That's what I'm saying. We won't make it to be a couple because you're not respecting boundaries. She's making boundaries. Like, okay, we're going on our first date. I would rather meet up. You want to take me out on a date? I agree. Now, my stipulation is that I just want to meet up with you.
It's boundaries because you want to do it your way. Because the man invited you to this dinner, you expect the man to pay for the bill.
No.
You just said all of that.
Yes, I said if you invite me to go out on a date, I am expecting that you pay, yes. But when we get to the dinner table or before, you be like, all right, well, since we're going on a date and you want to bring yourself, we can just go ahead and split the bill. All right, cool. If that's what we're gonna do, all right, cool.
But you were talking about you setting boundaries by like not allowing me to show you my full potential on the romance side because you're being safe.
We're talking. We're not an official couple in a relationship. We only been talking. I saw you once, and we've been talking for 3 weeks, and you invite me to go out on a date. That tells me that you want to pay for my time. You want to pay for me to go on a date with you.
So now a man is paying for time for a relationship that he might
it's not paying.
Have. You just said no. You just said.
I understand that, D, but the relationship, the date part is the paying for the time. You want to pay to take me on a date so we can spend some time together and talk to each other.
No matter what it is, I'm still paying for your time.
So in that case, if I say, all right, you want to take me out on a date, well, I'll meet you. You don't have to pay for no gas. You don't have to take me. You don't have to pick me up. You don't have to send me no car. I'll have my own transportation. I'll meet you there since you want to pay for a date. You want to take me out on a date. So since you want to take me out on a date, that means you're paying because you want to take me out. So I will meet you. So it's not like I'm telling you what to do. It's not like none of that. It's just I got boundaries. You want to take me out? I agree because you want to do it. Now all I want to do is just meet you there.
So in this scenario that you painting right now.
No, I'm saying exactly what you said.
That's not what I said. I said I was gonna come pick you up. You said that you're not gonna come pick me up. But so in this scenario that you painting, where you're not
on a date.
In this scenario that you're saying that you're not gonna come, so I can't take you nowhere. I have to meet you somewhere. So I'm not taking you on a date. I'm meeting you on a date. So right there. But then when we get to the date, you expect me to fully pay for the bill. Because I'm paying for your time, and as soon as you get to the date location,
take you on a date, it's not physically take you on a date.
You ain't. If you say I want to take you on a date, I'm coming to pick you up and I'm taking you to the date. If you let's go on a date, then we can meet on a date. We can schedule a meeting on a date. You know what I'm saying? And then we splitting the bill. But if I'm taking you on a date, I want to come pick you up, or I'm gonna have somebody, or I have another car come pick you up, bring you to the location, and I'm gonna take care of you. But what you want, you don't want the man to show up in your neighborhood.
If we talking,
you don't want the ride share to come over there either.
If we talking, correct.
But you expect this man to pay for your appetizers,
if it's not
your entree,
if it's not
your dessert,
if it's not communicated,
your drinks before,
if
your
it's
drinks.
not communicated that we're splitting, you came up with it. You invited me. If it's not communicated that we're splitting, I'm expecting you to pay for it. Now
how
if
is
you
that?
have an issue with that, then we can split it, and then I can go my way and you can go yours, and then
that's what I'm saying. And that be the issue right there.
But
like,
we're not in a full relationship. I am not
your
girlfriend.
How can I get in a relationship with you if you're gonna have all of these boundaries, and then you're gonna have these expectations for me to be responsible for everything?
You do understand that when people are talking, sometimes they're talking to more than just one guy.
So that's why this date is so important. I gotta basically pull out almost all stops to show you that I could be your number one for right now. Until we can get a second date. I have to prove myself more until your number 2 and 3 is no longer, and I'm your only. If you're gonna prevent me from doing all of that, and then when I'm expecting, like, you know what I'm saying, a kiss on the cheek or a hug or something after, you know what I'm saying, because I think that we vibing, but you just only came here because you was hungry. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't know that. If the vibe's right, someone will agree to a kiss. if the vibe is right, they'll probably do way more than just have sex. They'll probably be fucking let you nut in their nose. But the vibe gotta be right. And the woman have to have some type of control of where they at and how they can escape, because they don't know you like that. They only been talking to you for 3 weeks. If shit goes south, ladies, you have to sit and wait in the bathroom. Say you gotta go to the bathroom, sit and wait in there and call the Uber, so that if shit goes south, you could just run out the door and jump into your Uber.
Yes, if that's what's gonna happen.
Instead of jumping in your
at least
own
you
car,
at least you have your
and
own
just
money.
leave it whenever you get ready. I never said that you don't come with your own money. I said you come when you go to this date and he invites you to a date. It's rule of thumb, he's paying for it unless it's communicated. And if it's not communicated at that time, you pay for your half and then you get in your car and you leave if shit goes south. Most of the time, that's when it goes south. When that bill comes, either he pays for it because he invites you, or you have a back and forth with them talking about, oh, you gonna send me half on Cash App, you gonna pay for half, you gonna pay for half. You can go on TikTok and see all of them bad dates that end up like that. So yes, you have to have your own money, because it's always rule of thumb. If the man invites you, he pays for it. Whoever invites you pays for it, unless it's communicated beforehand. All I'm saying is, just because you're talking for 3 weeks and a female wants to be safe and take themselves to this date so that if shit goes south, they can leave, because 3 weeks is not a long time. If that's bad, it's going to be hard out here for a lot of these dudes who want to wine and dine someone that they're talking to. Because that's just like Tinder. People who's talking on Tinder, people who's talking through Snapchat, people who's talking through Hinge and stuff like that. They don't know these people. They see pictures or they seen them once. It was like, find me on this, find me on that. And then they talk to them for 3 weeks and they tell them all this stuff, how they work for this and they do that and all good. And then they end up dating and then they end up going on a date and the shit goes south. And it's not what they were talking about for the whole 3 weeks. And then they need to leave. They need to exit quickly. They be like, okay, I'm not getting dessert. I want to end this day early. I'll see you later. Man get mad. Or man try to convince her to stay. Or he tell her, well, you ain't leaving because you drove with me. Or now she got to sit there walking up and down the sidewalk waiting on the Uber because he decided he don't want to take her home. Like, all that stuff can happen. Or she can just get in her car and leave because they only been talking for 3 weeks.
I think 3 weeks is a long time to get to know somebody to the point where y'all can go out for dinner. You know what I'm saying?
3 weeks is not long enough for somebody to come pick me up.
I think 3 weeks is enough time for you to have a conversation with somebody, to trust them enough to get in a car. Like, y'all grown ups. Anybody can lie. I'm not saying that you can't, but I still can ask you so many questions in that time frame that make me feel comfortable with coming to your neighborhood. All I'm saying is I'm trying to come and romanticize your life. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to show you that I want to be your number one. Like, how is you supposed to get to know somebody if you don't get that person a chance to know you?
But
knowing you over the phone is different than knowing you in person.
But the only boundary is, I just don't want to be picked up. I'll meet you there. If y'all just only been talking for 3 weeks, how does she know that you're not a deadbeat man?
Because of the conversation that we have for those 3 weeks, whatever conversation you're going to have. In order for me, if you're going to agree to go on a date with me, if you're going to agree to go on a date with somebody after 3 weeks, you trust this person enough to know that you're going to be safe.
No, she trusts this person enough that she can sit down, eat and talk with this person in a public space around other folks.
And you should be safe. Like, it's no way that you should go out. You shouldn't go on a date with somebody thinking that this motherfucker gonna kill you at the end of the night.
No, but men say stuff and they play the part for a long time to get things that they want, or to get you I guess seasoned, to get you where they want you.
You're right, because that man didn't get you where he wanted you at. You got yourself there because you felt comfortable with the words that he was saying, because what he was saying was all the right things. Right. And his actions might have changed.
Is it true though?
You don't know until it don't happen or until it happens.
Exactly. You don't know
But
if what he's saying is true for the 3 weeks. You don't know if he a deadbeat guy or not during this time of talking to him for 3 weeks. But you do know it sound good, so you're gonna meet up with him somewhere in public to where if what he says or if he's saying something or doing something that was not, if he said something in the past or doing something that was not true or was just weird, he won't do anything to you in front of everybody.
Well,
because you in public.
That part of the 3 weeks that y'all had, that part of the trust building situation. The date is the trust building situation. You know what I'm saying? If he don't hurt you at the end of the night, he don't expect to have sex with you at the end of the night, you probably know that he's a good man. Maybe you came and you want to have sex with him, but he didn't want to have sex with you because he wanted to take it slow or whatever the case may be. You know you got a good dude on your hand. That's just the trust part. That's just the trust. That's just how it goes. That's how humans trust other humans. You go and take the chance. Did you have a conversation and you believe this person what this person said? You believe this person what this person said? Y'all meet up and y'all do exactly what y'all said on that phone. If y'all don't, and one of y'all do something different, then you know you're in a fucked up situation. You won't know you're in a fucked up situation until you get in a situation. I'm gonna tell you like this: if Naya is talking to a guy for 3 weeks and then this guy just randomly show up on the front door and want to take Naya out, if I'm home, I'm gonna go out and have a conversation with this young man like I'm supposed to because I'm a responsible adult and a father. Mm-hmm. But I'm still gonna allow Naya to go out with him because I vetted him and he seemed like he's a good dude and I trust Naya. Mm-hmm. And I'm guessing Naya's gonna be 18 or older. If she's 16 or 17 and she didn't tell me that she had a friend that she was about to go out with for three weeks, then I'm probably gonna be like, nah, buddy, you can't, y'all can't go out like that. I don't know him and he don't know you. I mean, I don't know him and he don't know me and we don't know his family. You know what I'm saying? The same situation. But if she's 18, she got her own, thing going on. Then I'm a trust Naya that she gonna be able to protect herself, and she believe that this man is gonna be able to not harm her. But I'm still, either way, I'm still gonna introduce myself to this person. If he's 16, I'm gonna introduce 17. I'm gonna introduce myself.
I'm not looking at it as a parent point of view. I'm just saying you're okay. Like she's okay with going. It's okay that she goes out with a guy that she only met for she only knew for 3 weeks and have her pick her up. Look at it like if that wasn't my daughter. If a girl 18 years old, I would not feel comfortable for a girl that's 18 years old to go out on a date with a guy, or to let a guy pick her up after only talking to them for 3 weeks.
I got nothing to do with it. If you want to go out, if I don't know who you are, if I don't know if you're 18 and you want to go out with somebody after 3 weeks, like we just said, make sure that you have money in your pocket. We didn't say this part, but make sure you probably should have a weapon, whether it's mace, pepper spray, a knife, or even a gun. And if this dude try to act like a jerk, you should have money in your pocket to get out of there. If he's gonna come pick you up, you're not gonna meet him there. You know what I'm saying? So I have no problem with meeting up with somebody after 3 weeks of conversation with them.
Okay, so you saying if shit goes south, it's faster to have money on you to pay for everything and to get an Uber than to just hop in your car and leave.
No, I'm not saying that it's, what you say, is it safer or faster?
It's faster.
I'm not saying it's faster because obviously you don't have to wait for nobody. You don't have to wait for nobody if you got your own shit going on.
But that's my point.
But I'm saying that you have enough trust to allow this man to come pick you up because you trust this man is going to bring you back. But what I'm saying is you have your shit together, you have your money and you have your weapon on you just in case some shit go bad. You trusting this person knowing that he's going to take care of you to a certain extent. And if that don't match what you feel like, then fuck it. You ain't gotta pay for my shit. I pay for my own shit. I ain't no bomb ass bitch. I pay for my own shit. In fact, you ain't gotta take me back home either. I pay for my own Uber. I pay for my own ride. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you hit the phone and you call your closest to kin or the closest person that you know that's close to y'all or your homegirl that you already told that you gonna be out here and tell them this nigga a buster. I'm about to hop in an Uber just in case this nigga wanna do some stupid shit. Y'all know where the fuck I'm at. For some people, and I'm guessing you is one of those people, it might take longer than 3 weeks to trust somebody. That's no big deal. I only said 3 weeks because I didn't want to say a whole year. I didn't want to say a couple of months. I want to say a decent number that's going to sound right because I don't think people going out with people after 3 weeks. I'm thinking like 2 or 3 days.
People who talking, they can go out after 3
No,
weeks.
but I'm thinking it's faster than 3 weeks. You saying 3 weeks is not enough time. I'm thinking it's faster.
Yes, 3 weeks if they are in a relationship, yes.
No,
but people probably
we're not
going
talking
on
about
dates,
relationships.
right? People probably going on dates and doing all that after 2 days, probably, but they not getting in the car with them.
I'm thinking motherfuckers getting in the car with motherfuckers after 2 days. In order for you to build a relationship with somebody, there's going to be a certain point in time where you have to trust this person.
3 weeks is not long enough, and you need to be in a relationship.